Picture this, you're the prince of an entire planet filled with some of the strongest warriors in the universe, and you just so happen to be the strongest youngling to ever spawn from this planet. But you just chalk that power up to your upper class status and your superior genes. You spend your early years being trained and mentored by some of the other upper class members in your race, and you eventually get to participate in some of the missions to conquer a few planets. But these missions aren't for the sake of your people. You discovered quickly that your father, the king, bent the knee to a superior leader, King Cold, and his son, Lord Frieza. These two have subjugated your entire planet and forced your race into his army. Before you were born, your people, the Saiyans, were feared as conquerors, and they did just as they pleased with their power. But now, just after you entered this world, all of that freedom was stripped away by an even larger and more threatening tyrant. You know there's nothing you or your father can do about it, so you just go about your life and go on as many missions as you can, training every step of the way. One day, while off-world with your squad, your mentor Nappa receives a transmission, and he quickly informs you all that your entire planet has been destroyed by a meteor, along with most of its population. But you don't seem to be all that fazed by this, neither does the other kid on your team, Raditz. You eventually leave your mission area with your team and report back to Frieza, and for years, Nappa, Raditz, and yourself continue to operate under Frieza, though the three of you absolutely hate it. And as the years go by, your hatred for Frieza grows more and more. You know full well that a damn meteor didn't destroy your planet. It was Frieza. The bastard always had some sort of resentment for your people, and even feared the combined power of the Saiyans. Though, eventually, you know you'll be the one to take him out, get revenge for your entire race. But for now, you gotta bide your time and wait. You train and go on missions just as you did before, and one day, a sliver of hope presents itself when Raditz mentions that his kid brother Kakarot might still be alive, and he'd be an adult by now, if he is alive, that is. Kakarot was sent to take over another planet called Earth, just before your planet was destroyed. Raditz offers to go recruit his brother, adding a fourth member to your little rebellion. There's a real chance this guy could help against Frieza, even if he is just another low-class warrior like Raditz. You just need as many Saiyans as you can possibly get, as many strong training partners as possible. You just have to push yourself beyond your limits and achieve the Saiyan race's ultimate legend. You're gonna become a Super Saiyan, and you're gonna kick Frieza's purple little ass. You are Prince Vegeta, and when Raditz comes back with his brother, you'll be unstoppable.
Piccolo, get him!
Double kill.
And now I am the dead. Blech.
Oh no, Goku's dead! And Apple, let's go to Earth. Ballin'.
Okay, never mind. Scratch that whole Raditz thing. I guess, you are Prince Vegeta, and when you get your hands on Earth's supposed Dragon Balls, you will become unstoppable, immortal. You then make your way to Earth with Nappa, the journey taking roughly a year, a full year cramped in your tiny-ass space pod. How fun. When you finally touch down on Earth, your mentor-turned-subordinate Nappa makes quick work of an entire city of people, leveling hundreds of buildings and killing thousands of innocent background characters. The two of you then make your way to the strongest source of power on the planet, leading you to the Namekian that killed Raditz and Kakarot. The Green Man is joined by Kakarot's son, a half-breed named Gohan, as well as Kakarot's best friend, a human named Krillin. You and Nappa introduce yourselves and announce your intentions to steal the Dragon Balls, but the group seems to be prepared for this. After a bit of power level shenanigans, you and Nappa discard your Scouters for now. Scouters being the funny little device on your head used for communication and many other cool and wacky functions. They come in green, red, blue, slightly darker red, and you can buy yours today for only 3 easy payments of $9.99.99. Call now and claim your Scouter. It's Nerf or nothing. Anyways, you plant some bio warriors called Cybermen and allow them to grow. As you do so, more of Earth's warriors come to face you, and one of them dies almost instantly to one of your Cybermen. What a pussy. Couldn't even handle a plant. Oh, look at that. The other fighters actually held up and took care of the Cybermen. Good for them. Fucking Yamcha. You continue to sit back as Nappa takes the reins and fights Earth's greatest warriors. Nappa then makes quick work of two of the warriors, a small mime-looking motherfucker, and a Triclops with biceps bigger than Kim Kardashian's ass. These two idiots didn't even die by Nappa's hand. They practically killed themselves. That guy blew himself up and the other guy depleted all his energy. Anyways, after this, the remaining warriors, Krillin, Piccolo, and Gohan, make a plea for you to wait for Kakarot. Apparently, the Dragon Balls have the ability to bring people back from the dead. Maybe the dragon's powers are even stronger than you thought. You wait for some time as Nappa goes off and does his own thing, but eventually Nappa returns and his patience has reached its limit. Nappa begins fighting the last of Earth's defenders and refuses to listen to you all the way. However, Krillin, Gohan, and Piccolo actually hold up for a bit longer than you expected, but it still ends as you expected it to. Nappa defeats the strongest man standing, Piccolo. But just after the Green Man dies, Kakarot's half-breed... Fucking Christ, that is a tongue twister. But just after the Green Man dies, Kakarot's half-breed brat throws the angriest temper tantrum you've ever seen as he unleashes hell onto Nappa. To no avail. The kid lets out his strongest attack and Nappa just deflects that shit. Gohan and Krillin lie defeated on the ground, depleted of all energy. Nappa goes in for the killing blow, but just as he does so, Kakarot returns from the dead, arriving on the battlefield just in time. The low-class Saiyan then tends to his brat and his friend. Kakarot then takes in his surroundings, and the death Nappa is caused at your discretion. Kakarot then powers up, reaching a power level of 8,000. Or maybe 9,000, and the scouters kinda get fucky-wucky with high power levels. Regardless, Kakarot has somehow gotten multiple times stronger than he was before he died. He's somehow found a way to train, even in death. Kakarot then takes on Nappa, absolutely obliterating the muscular Mr. Clean. As Nappa lies broken and beaten, you find out that the Dragon Balls can't even be used at this point since Nappa, being the big dumb fucking oaf he is, killed the Namekian, and his life was linked to the dragon. With that Green Man dead, the wish-granting orbs are useless. With this knowledge, your rage is brought to its breaking point, and you finish Nappa off yourself, tossing him to the sky and obliterating him with a single energy blast. You then turn your attention to Kakarot, and the two of you fly to a different battleground at Kakarot's request. Gohan and Krillin depart as the two of you begin your battle. This idiot may have bested Nappa, but you're multiple times stronger than Nappa ever was. Plus, you still have your tail, which means you still have your secret weapon. As you fight with Kakarot, you quickly realize that his power could actually threaten you in your normal form. So, you pull out your secret weapon. You create an artificial moon and look into its light, allowing you to transform into a literal giant fucking monkey, multiplying your power by an unfair amount. You then spend the next several minutes absolutely thrashing Kakarot. The fucker somehow takes out your eye, but it's not enough to stop you. As you crush Kakarot in your grasp, his son and best friend return to the fight to confront you, but their efforts are clearly in vain. There's nothing and no one that can stop you now.
None of you can stop me! None of you! Ready.
That fat little fuck-ass. He just cut off your tail. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Kakarot's been beaten to the point where he can't even move. You then beat on the trio daring to challenge you, and as you fight with Gohan, Krillin launches an energy blast your way, and you dodge it. But Gohan rebounds the blast right back at you, launching you to the sky, and you come tumbling back down to the ground, and you awake. Weakened, but still powerful enough to lick your plate clean. You let out an explosive attack, paralyzing Krillin and Gohan. After you do so, Samurai Sword McGee slices your back, and you put him in his place. As you beat on the fat man, you realize that Gohan still has his tail, which means he can turn into a giant fucking monkey too. Okay, alright, okay, this is fine, this is fine. You just need to cut off his tail. So, you dodge the kid's attacks, and you wait for an opening. You finally cut off his tail after some time, and Gohan begins reverting back to his normal form. But, as he does so, his body lands right on you before he can fully de-transform, and you now lie broken and battered beyond any hope beneath a toddler. Despite your pride, you have to leave this planet. There's no winning this. Not anymore. You call for your space pod and crawl to it. As you enter the craft, Krillin confronts you one last time, wielding the samurai's sword, but Kakarot convinces Krillin to stand down. The low-class Saiyan recognizes your power, and he wants the opportunity to fight you again someday. So, he lets you go. Maybe he really is a Saiyan after all.
They've broken my body. I failed in my mission to find the Dragon Balls.
After getting your ass handed to by a lower class level Saiyan, his bitch ass brat of a son, a bald space duck, and fucking Chun-Li with a sword, you leave Earth and set a course for the nearest Frieza-owned planet or space station. As you arrive, some doctors and technicians quickly throw you into a healing tank just to restore your aura after that ass whooping. With your wounds now fully healed, you leave the area and make plans to go to planet Namek, as you had heard of the Namekian wish orbs before, but you didn't really believe in it until you realized that the Earth wish orbs were linked to a Namekian. So you get your ass into your little space pod, settle in for yet another long ass trip. After a few weeks you arrive to planet Namek, but you're not alone. Frieza and his men have taken to the planet as well. He must have heard of one of the transmissions from your scouter. This makes things a little difficult, but not overall hopeless. All you have to do is get the Dragon Balls before Frieza, or at least steal one of them so he can't make a wish. Yeah, you're getting that immortality wish, goddammit, or you'll die trying. You then make your way to one of Frieza's strongest henchmen, a henchman you just so happen to hate, so you get to kill two birds with one stone. You confront the soldier, Kui, and you engage in a quick battle with the purple piece of shit. After some back and forth, you outmatch Kui, blowing the alien into chunks of purple slime with a fucking ki blast. Now that you've taken out some trash, you tend to your lawn next, and you make your way to your next henchman, yet another one of Frieza's top men, Dodoria. The pink butt plug confronts you and tells you to hand over your scouter, but you just say no, and you have other plans. You toss that shit on the ground and you stomp it into bits, giving him a big ol' expedition dump as you do so. You inform the pink blob of your time on Earth and the power sensing trick you learned while you were there. You then tell Dodoria that you got no interest in serving Frieza anymore, leading to yet another short battle. As you have Dodoria on the ropes, he begs you to spare him to team up with him and defeat Frieza together. You're inclined to accept, but revenge tastes a hell of a lot sweeter than teamwork, so you do to Dodoria what you did to Kui. You blew that motherfucker up. And now that you got Tinky, Winky, and Pinkie Pie off the fucking board, all that's left is Frieza's right-hand man, Zarbon. But he can wait for now. You'd rather slaughter innocents for a bit and steal Dragon Balls, so you fly off to the nearest Namekian village you can sense, and you treat that village the same way I treat NPCs in GTA 5. After a bit of funny little genocide, you depart from the village and hide the Dragon Ball you just looted. That was almost too easy. Might as well hit up another village, I guess. It's time to just fly around village to village for a while. Though, you're interrupted as you fly to the next village. Zarbon stands in your way and challenges you to a battle, and you're ready to kick his ass just as you did for Dodoria and Kui.
I'm a R.I.P, ya bitch!
To be perfectly honest, you're not that different. You're just a lot less subtle about it. Oh my god!
Okay, well, never mind on that. Zarbon can turn into the fucking Incredible Hulk, apparently. Motherfucker just tossed you around like a goddamn salad. You regain consciousness sometime later in a healing tank. A healing tank located right inside of Frieza's ship. Frieza's ship, where he keeps the Dragon Balls that he's collected. Fools. They brought you right where you need to be. You blast out of your healing tank and cause chaos on Frieza's ship, distracting everyone from you as you rush towards Frieza's room. You blast a hole through Frieza's window and throw his stash of Dragon Balls as hard as you can, sending those orbs to the opposite end of the planet. Just before Frieza and Zarbon enter the room, you jump out of the window and dive into the ocean. You stay submerged for a while and make your way to the spot the Dragon Ball should have landed. And just as you planned, they're all there. Now you have 6 of the second balls you need, and just one more and immortality will be yours. But where is that last ball at?
Perfect. Now I have 6, counting the one I have hidden near the village. All I have to do now is stay under the radar and not fly around like a jackass saying, I've got a Dragon Ball! I was gonna say come and get me, Frieza, but that works too.
Well, how perfect. It's almost like the dragon wants you to be the one to summon it. Though it is a little odd that Krillin is here, and if he's here, then the other Earthlings might be here too. Kakarot might be here. Whatever, you've gotten plenty stronger since your time on Earth. You can take them if it comes to that. You give chase to Krillin, following the bald space duck back to his camp. Though, just after you make yourself known to Krillin, Zarbon touches down behind you. Great, the green-haired Hulk wannabe followed you all the way here. How cute, you've got a fan! Zarbon wastes no time and rushes you, but this time, you take the beast and you blow a hole clean through that dolphin's fucking chest, killing him. Dead. Dead as hell. What shoes he got on? None, because he's dead as hell. Now all that remains is immortality and the death of Frieza. You take the Dragon Ball from Krillin without any further violence and you fly back to your hiding spot. On the way, you run into Kakarot's brat, you interrogate and taunt the kid for a minute before sucker punching him in the stomach and letting out all that pent up rage back from Earth. You then continue on your way to your hiding spot. You dive into the water where you hid the first ball you took, the one from the village. As you swim toward it, you think of all the possibilities, all that you could do with your immortal body. You just need to grab this ball and take it back to the ones you took from Frieza. Nothing can stop you now. Right?
Why isn't it here? I don't get it! Who could have... The kid! But how could he have found it? He would have... Wait. That watch! That watch wasn't a watch at all! It was some kind of Dragon Ball locator! Which means...
He took the Dragon Ball.
With the rage of 1,000 men, you fly at full throttle to Krillin and Gohan. You fly right into Krillin and you tell that bald little fuckboy to hand over the ball. He tells you he doesn't have it, but he does tell you where to find Gohan and the Namekian leader, Guru. You land at Guru's home and you confront his bodyguard,
Now.
and Gohan, but before you can threaten them more, you feel several strong power levels closing in on planet Namek. Power levels that match exactly to the powers of Frieza's most elite squadron, the Ginyu Force. Due to your fuckery, Frieza is called in his top guns and you can't take them on alone. You convince Gohan and Krillin to help you make your wish for immortality so you can defeat the Ginyus and Frieza, but just after you arrive to your hiding spot, the Ginyus touch down right in front of your Dragon Ball stash. You try to get Krillin to destroy one of the balls so Frieza can't steal your wish, but Krillin is not able to do that, so Ginyu gets a hold of all 7 balls, bruh. Captain Ginyu then leaves with the orbs and commands the rest of the Ginyu Force to dispatch of you and your newfound homies. One of the squad members, Galdo, attacks Krillin and Gohan off-rip, using his telekinesis powers to paralyze the duo. But little old Galdo forgot to pay attention to you, so you Superman that hoe and decapitate the 4-eyed fuck. Hey, easy, 1 down, 3 to go. You then 1v1 another Ginyu Force member, Raccoon. And this dumbass Macho Man just absolutely wrecks your shit. Dude just profusely pounds your asshole and you just let it happen, like there's literally nothing else you could do about it. Gohan and Krillin try to step in, but they get folded like lawn chairs just as you did, and just as the 3 of you prepare for death, divine fucking intervention happens and Kakarot of all people shows up out of nowhere. The low-class Saiyan then makes quick work of the 3 remaining Ginyu Force members, though one of them escapes and flies away to his captain. But you take a moment to take in the fact that Kakarot, a weak, low-class fighter, just saved your life. Not only that, he just kicked the ass of 3 dudes who certainly could kick yours. There's no way. He isn't becoming a Super Saiyan, is he?
Well, that was fun. Now where are the fighters? I really want to deck that Freezer guy.
You've got to be kidding. This is a Super Saiyan!
A super what?
Nothing, just lamenting my crushed dreams. Goku! I can't believe you're so strong!
Well, I did train at 100 times normal gravity.
Man, no wonder you killed them so easily!
So he isn't a Super Saiyan. That's good, I guess. I mean, if he was a Super Saiyan, killing Frieza would be a hell of a lot easier. Whatever, problems for later. Kakarot offers you a Senzu Bean, a magical bean that heals most wounds and restores your energy almost instantaneously. You take the bean and recover as Kakarot fills himself in on the current situation. Eventually, the Ginyu Force captain returns with the soldier who escaped and the 2 challenge you and Kakarot to a fight, but you've got no intentions of helping Kakarot. Not when you know that Frieza isn't guarding the balls and Ginyu isn't either. They're just leaving the bitches out for the taking again. You fly off, rushing back to Frieza's ship. You arrive and launch an assault from the sky, killing all of Frieza's cannon fodder henchmen. You enter Frieza's ship and you change your armor, and you notice Krillin and Gohan as you do so. You then exit the ship and hide out as the duo try to summon the dragon, but before they can, Kakarot returns with Jace, or wait, that isn't Kakarot. Oh fuck, it's Ginyu, that's right, the horny bastard has the ability to steal bodies. The real Kakarot then shows up in the battered body of Captain Ginyu, and Gohan fights with the real Ginyu. You then battle with Jace as Ginyu is distracted, and you go 4 for foe, blasting Jace to Kingdom Come just as you did Kui, Dodoria, and Zarbon. You then turn your attention to Ginyu, and you get the upper hand against the body swapper, but he catches you off guard with his body change move. Just as you're about to have your body stolen, Kakarot pulls a 200 IQ move and jumps in front of the blast, meaning he's back in his own body and Ginyu is back in his own body. You then continue stomping the fuck out of Ginyu, but he hits you with another body change attack, and Kakarot saves you yet again, throwing a Namekian frog in front of the blast. So now Ginyu is stuck as a frog, and this battle is OV. All of Frieza's strongest men have been bested. Frieza himself is the last threat standing. You help Krillin and Gohan get Kakarot to a healing pod, and you get to pair them out with some new armor. Now that you actually have some time to rest, you do just that, and you take yourself a little nappy nap. When you awake, you quickly discover the 2 little shits went behind your fucking back and summoned the dragon without you, and they already made 2 of the 3 wishes. Awesome. Cool. This is great. This is fine. You threaten them and their Namekian friend, and they go along with your plan. But just as the little Namekian speaks your wish, the dragon disappears and the balls turn to stone. Meaning, the Namekian elder, Guru, has died. You begin to panic, and rightfully so, because Frieza has finally come to fight for himself. No more henchmen or soldiers, just Frieza, and your fucked up little rebellion. You then take on Frieza in 1-to-1 combat, and you actually seem to be holding your own against the tyrant. As you fight, Frieza taunts you with your planet's destruction, how he caused it, how he went out of his way to kill your father personally, how he blew up your planet with nothing but a fucking finger blast. Frieza then grows tired of being challenged by a lowly Saiyan, so he transforms. You had heard the rumors that he could do such a thing, but now it's been confirmed. Frieza then rushes Krillin and impales the little earthling on his horns. Krillin is then tossed to the wayside, and Gohan throws a temper tantrum powerful enough to destroy a planet. But Frieza remains mostly unfucking phased. Then, the tyrant spanks the shit out of Gohan. As he does so, Krillin launches an attack at Frieza, cutting off the tip of his tail. Krillin must have been healed by the Namekian child, Dende. Frieza then chases Krillin for a while as Dende heals Gohan up. When Krillin returns, Frieza is quick behind him. You then fire a barrage of energy attacks at Frieza with Gohan and Krillin, but the alien remains unfucking phased. Gohan then prepares to fight Frieza head on, but before he can, Piccolo arrives on the battlefield. The Namekian from Earth? That's what the Earthlings wish for. They brought back their Namekian so they could get back their set of Dragon Balls. But this guy was exponentially weaker than any of you are now. Even the fucking child is stronger. There's no way Jolly Green Giant over here got strong enough to pose any threat to Frieza, right?
Wait a damn minute, something's wrong here.
Huh?
Back on your planet, the Namek couldn't even stand up to Nappa. Yet here he is now, taking on Frieza, in his second form.
What do you think happened?
Well, either Frieza hit me so hard I'm in a delusional coma,
Or?
power levels are bullshit.
After a goated battle, Frieza once again grows bored and pulls out another fucking transformation. The third form. Frieza then begins thrashing Piccolo and Gohan, and you keep Krillin nearby. You tell the Earthling that you have a plan, and you ask him to bring you to the brink of death, for him to damage you so much that you barely cling to life. Then, Dende can heal you. This would give you a significant boost in power, just like every other time you nearly died. That's the best part of being Saiyan. Each wound, each battle, it all makes you even stronger. Krillin follows through and blows a hole through your chest. You fade from consciousness for a bit and awake underneath Dende. The Namekian actually healed you. You hop to your feet and watch on as Frieza takes on yet another transformation, this one supposedly being his last. Just after Frieza transforms, he aims at Dende and blasts that little fucking green bean into oblivion. Great. It's like you just got the fucking payload in Overwatch and your healer just disconnected. Dope. No matter, you've gotten the power boost you needed. Dende isn't of any use to you anymore. You confront Frieza and inform the tyrant that you finally achieved the legend. You, Prince Vegeta, are a fucking Super Saiyan, baby. You then battle Frieza with all your might, giving every ounce of power you have, but Frieza still remains supreme. You can't help but be brought to tears. All of your pride, all of your power, all of it was for nothing. Frieza kills your entire race, and he's going to kill you. And he's going to destroy other people's planets. It's all over. Frieza has you broken and bleeding in the dirt. But before Frieza can deal the final blow, Kakarot returns from his healing pod, and he confronts Frieza. That's right, not all hope is lost. The Saiyans still can be avenged. Kakarot can still win. As you gloat to Frieza, he fires an energy beam straight through your chest, but you aren't dead. Not just yet. With your last bit of life, you speak with Kakarot, you tell him what Frieza has done, and you instill Kakarot with the same pride that kept you going all these years. He is the last remaining Saiyan, and he needs to avenge his people. And with that, you fade away as death overtakes you. But it doesn't last long. You see the afterlife for a short while, but you're quickly ripped away, and you wake right back up where you died, all of your wounds fully healed. You gather your bearings and notice Kakarot battling with Frieza in the sky. The planet seems to be crumbling around you, and Kakarot seems to have transformed. He did it. He became the legendary Super Saiyan after all. You then see the wish-granting dragon, and it all clicks. The Earthlings use their Dragon Balls to wish back everyone killed by Frieza and his men. You fly over to Frieza and the dragon, and you launch an attack Frieza's way, but before you even can, you're teleported to Earth along with all the entire population of Namek. Turns out, the Earthlings used the balls again to teleport everyone on Namek to Earth. Well, everyone except for Frieza and Kakarot. Everyone is then informed that Kakarot was able to defeat Frieza, but he wasn't able to escape Namek's destruction. Kakarot has died alongside Frieza, a true hero, a Saiyan. Now you can rest knowing that revenge has been had and you can go on with life. Thanks to some of your actions on Namek though, one of the Earthlings from Namek, Bulma, allows you to move into her family's place. They all plan to summon the dragon where they can revive Kakarot and make a new planet for the Namekians, but you know you could give less of a fuck. You pack your happy ass in the same spaceship that Kakarot trained in, and you launch off to begin training at 100 times normal gravity. Now that Frieza's dead, your only goal is to get as strong as you can, to keep breaking your limits. You are the prince of a proud race, and you'll do right by their name, by the name of the Saiyans. You'll go back to Earth one day, but now it's Vegeta time. You'll come back when you're goddamn ready to.
Had a dream about Vegeta last night.
You slut!
We were walking in a park.
You slut!
Okay, first off, we're not even dating. Second of all, I don't even like him. Third, he's probably running out of fuel soon, so God knows if he'll ever make it back here.
I'm back, bitches!
Well, that's gonna do it for this video. If you enjoyed this and want to see Bob and I cover Vegeta's time during the Cell and Boo arcs, then leave a like, comment, and maybe subscribe while you're down there. And if you really enjoyed, then you should go watch the other video I did with Bob recently. I promise it'll make you giggle and shit your pants. I swear, bro. You can also find Bob's Twitch and YouTube channel in the description of this video, so be sure to go show him some love. Anyways, that's all from me today. Merry Christmas, happy birthday, and goodbye. Mwah.
My son is the drink. I am the cup. I don't give a fuck. They call me the cup. When my son was a kid, niggas look at his liquidity and at his riz. Don't tell me that shit isn't skibbity. We in the club popping bottles like 50. No cent, it's 50 thou. Why all these bitch niggas running they mouth like